Hi, folks. This is Aijaz Qureshi from Toronto, Canada. Today, we're going to talk about the Hijabo Canada Conference exhibition and the fashion show. We have today Tafseer Uddin, who is the General Manager of Pegasus Consultancy Canada, Inc. We have Lynn Chittick, all the way from United States. We have Mara Khan with us, used to be Mara Ahmad. She just turned Mara Khan yesterday. So we have all these esteemed guests. We're going to talk about the conference, Hijabo Canada, and we're going to share our experience with you. So I welcome you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, thank you.
Okay. So Lynn, it's your show.
It's my show. Oh my goodness. So I just want to say to the viewers, there's an amazing group of people here that have taught me a lot about hijab and mostly about culture. And in the Christian tradition, I've had a very rich ability to know very many cultures that wear a covering over their heads. And when I heard about this, I got really excited because I felt we're in a time.
Lynn, you're breaking up on us.
And when I learned about coverings from the first day in USA, so many people understand. So I'm learning today. I want to understand was, and mostly for me, it's been about a cultural issue of very weak understandings of how we see culture and how much we need to have such an amazing change in our culture. We need a change of love, we need a change of care, we need a change of humanity that really understands. So I feel very much about this. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, your frame is frozen almost, but we can hear you. Okay, Sister Mara, you want to say something about the event?
I didn't even hear anything that she can say, but it sounds like an amazing event that's going to be held. I believe it's in May, and it's about empowering people to accept everybody, and I think that's an amazing thing. I know that Tafseer had said that it was what was the title of it?
Hijab O Canada?
No, I know, but Tafseer said that there was a theme, a
special
theme.
The cultural diversity is our strength and value of hijab in all faith and religions.
That's right.
Can you hear me?
So, Mara, it's all about diversity.
And I think that that's really an important thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. So we have. I'll give some shout outs. We lost Lynn. I think her network connection broke. So I'm waiting for Lynn to join back. But anyways, we have Carolyn Venton with us, and she's saying, "You're right. I feel very much about this too." So thank you so much, Carolyn. Appreciate it. And Farouk is driving, so he won't be able to join for another hour. And Adnan is saying, love you all. Thank you so much. And he's saying hello to everyone. Wasim Khan said, Assalamu alaikum. Mariam Hassan said, hello. Thank you so much, everyone. And so this is good. So, Mr. Tafseer, would you like to share more about the conference itself? What is planned for the conference?
Yeah, I would like to start with my discussion with the note that why we are doing it in Ottawa, Canada. Firstly, because Ottawa being the capital city of Canada, we have all the OIC, which is Organization of Islamic Countries. We have like 57 countries in it, and almost we have 47 high commissions and embassies located in Ottawa. So we're trying to bring them all of them on board. So that's why we have like more of cultural people who are, I mean, used to wearing hijab. So these are the people, especially the most of the Islamic countries, they are wearing. And I experienced that even the Christian people who, I mean, migrated from Syria, Egypt, Sudan, they wear hijab because of their culture. So it's a good thing for them as well, and it's a big industry. It's a part of fashion industry that people are introducing hijab in the fashion and in the garment industry, especially the ladies garments. So that's why we incorporated all these things in one platform and brought it in Ottawa.
Great, great. So this is really great. Now we also have planned the exhibition. So let me tell you about the exhibition also, that we intend to exhibit the hijab and all hijab related products in this event. So there will be stalls. The stalls are available for the vendors who want to showcase their product, the mainly hijab and women wear and children wear. There will be Eid Bazaar with the exhibition. So there are about 53, 53, 10 feet by 10 feet stalls available. You can combine them into a package. So if you want the whole corner from one to the other, I mean, you can get multiple stalls. We have those. We have identified those in the package, and then we have individual stalls. 10 feet by 10 feet. You will get the power in every stall, and you will be able to showcase your products and services if there are any. So please do come forward. Other than the exhibition and the Eid Bazaar, we will have some food stalls available. So it's all about diversity. There will be food stalls from all over the Islamic countries and different, so where you can taste yourself different cuisines and things like that. So this is the plan about the Eid Bazaar and exhibition. So we will be doing the fashion show also. Tafseer Sab, would you like to share what we are doing in the fashion show?
Yeah, as we have invited so many vendors and the designers, if they could confirm us, and we are trying to bring like 20 models
Is he there?
from. Can you hear me?
Mara, can you hear us?
I can hear you. I can't hear Tafseer.
Oh, you can't hear Tafseer. Okay. Well, viewers, can you please tell me if you can hear Tafseer? Just say yes in the comments. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So we know that you can hear Tafseer. Sometimes
Yes,
the
so
network
I
issues.
was telling you that we are arranging like 20 models from Toronto and Ottawa. They will be displaying the design made by the designers in North America, American market from UAE. We have contacted them. Like four of designers are with us.
So Adnan can hear him.
They are going to finalize that if they are coming over here, the 20 models will be wearing, and they will be showcasing and do the walk on the ramp to showcase their products. So
Good.
that's going to happen with combined with the lunch. So it will be a gala lunch with the fashion show.
That's good. So the idea behind the fashion show is that we want to showcase different ways of wearing hijab. In each country and even in each region, there are different ways to put on hijab. So we want to showcase how many different ways a hijab could be worn. It's the same piece of cloth, and there are so many different ways that you can put it on. And there are even a different way of stitching the hijab itself. I know there's a slip-on hijab that you can just slip on. You don't have to do anything with it. And then there are some other accessories that go with hijab, like you have a cap that goes on first, and then you put on the hijab and things like that. So it's going to be very exciting. I'm sure that the participants will enjoy how our sisters and our mothers wear hijab in different ways in different cultures in the world. So it's going to be fun. And the gala lunch that Tafseer Saab mentioned, it's going to be very delicious. It's going to be fun, really, to be part of that gala lunch. So I have another comment here. I'm going to bring it on. Carolyn is saying, yes, more education and understanding needs to be given for people that are not open of mind yet. Absolutely, absolutely. This is, Carolyn, you hit the nail on the head. You're very right that yes, the education is the utmost thing that we have to really give to people, to tell them about the importance of hijab and why people wear hijab and what is the idea behind it, what is the science behind it, and it has to be shared. So thank you so much for your kind comments. I really appreciate that. Sorry, go ahead, Mara.
I think that hijab means something to every person individually. It doesn't necessarily, it's not like universal. Everyone wears a hijab for exactly the same reason. It's a personal experience for everyone that does it. I know for me, like I wear hijab for a few different reasons. First, because I'm a Muslim and the Quran says that I should wear a hijab. Another reason that I wear it is it allows people to recognize me as a Muslim. And being that I'm from America, I try to alleviate misconceptions about Muslims, because sometimes people are like intimidated. And then like another reason that I wear it is, mainly I would say the two main is because of Allah. And then the second is, to be recognized as a Muslim and be able to answer questions and have people feel comfortable to approach me. So.
Good. That's great. We have another viewer, Adnan AD, is saying, I would like to visit Canada and America with my family. Is it possible I can get invitation? So the invitations will be sent, Brother Adnan, to the vendors who are participating, who are showcasing their products. So if you want to showcase the products in the conference and exhibition, by all means, inbox either myself or Tafseer Saab, and we'll give you more information about it. But just for visiting, I don't think we can send you the invitation. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have, Mia Azim Ahmad Shazad is saying, my prayers and best wishes for Mara Khan. Mara Khan, for you.
Thank you.
And one more thing, Mara, would you like to,
Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, say something about hijab and modesty.
So, Sister Mara, can you say a few words about the hijab and modesty, how they are related to each other?
Like hijab, like it is like allowing you to be modest. I think that it's absolutely required to be modest, that you have to wear hijab? No. And there's different ways like people will like cover their hair. I think modesty is more than though just your external appearance. It's also like your internal appearance. I know like for me to wear this outside, it makes me more conscious of how I hold myself, because I'm now I am a representative of Islam. And so like, I have to watch how I talk to people. I have to make sure that I use good words and that my thoughts are good, and that I think about like how I respond to things more thoughtfully because I do wear it. And so for me, That helps me for the internal part of me, of maintaining like modesty and like not being vulgar or disrespectful or like use bad language. you know I mean, we all have our moments, so I'm not a perfect person, but I think that when I'm in a hijab, like I definitely portray myself differently. Not intentionally, it just happens.
Right. Now, apart from the religious aspect of the hijab wearing, people wear hijab for fashion as well, right? So, did you come across some women who have put on hijab just for fashion?
I don't know that they just do it for fashion. Like when I first became a Muslim, like I would watch like hijab tutorials. Like I had no idea how to put on a hijab, and so but like then they're like buying like special things. Like they like get like fake buns to put on their hair so they can get like a big bump on their head. And they are Muslim, but like it starts to become more about like the fashion and to look cute with their hijab. But like in my personal opinion, like hijab isn't really essentially for that. It's actually to try to like draw attention away from you. But like to each their own. Like I support anyone that wears the hijab for whatever reason. I have like I am a nurse, so when I was in nursing school, they had a requirement that like I wear like a tighter fitting hijab, like not a loose one like this. Like and so like I had an alamira hijab, which is like where you have like a little skull cap, and then you have another little thing that pulls over, so you have something that covers like down to here. And it was white because I was a nursing student, and so I had so many patients think that I was a nun. So like nuns often though will wear like their habit, which looks like a hijab, and if you go back far enough, like even the Bible talks about like better to like cut off your head than to pray without your head covered, or cut your hair off or something like that.
That's
in the
right.
Bible, it says like better to remove all of your hair than to pray without your head covered. And so like it hasn't been that long that people, even Christians, weren't covering their heads. Like when they would pray, they would cover their head. Orthodox Jewish people cover their head. So it's not just Muslims that cover their head. I know like a lot of Orthodox Jewish people, instead of wearing a hijab or a head covering, they'll just wear a wig, and so that's their way of doing hijab, or their way of covering their hair. But they're not allowed to cover. Well, they do. There's lots of people that do, but there's also a lot of Muslims that don't wear hijab too. So,
Absolutely.
anyways,
That's right. And here in Canada, if we go up north in the countryside, there are Amish people who live there. And those are the people who never use any technology. They don't use electricity. They don't use any machines or anything. Everything is like natural, right? So, and I have seen their women working in the fields, and they put on the head cover as well. And I have never seen a woman in that area who does not cover their head. So it's really part of their culture too. So the hijab or the head cover basically is worn or is used in almost all cultures, I would say, in a way or the other. So, Mr. Tafseer, would you like to share more information about?
I think your voice gone. Can you hear him, Mara? Mara, can you hear him? Can you hear Dr. Ijaz? Hello? Mara, can you hear me? Hello, Mara. Can you hear me? So I was telling about the exhibition, conference, and the fashion show. There are 3 events, and we are expecting in the exhibition the visitors gonna be like 800, 8,000 people, 5,000 to 8,000 people will be visiting. And
Is someone talking? I can't hear myself, or I can't see anybody else on camera anymore, or hear anybody. Are you guys hearing me?
yes, I am very much there, Mara.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Lynn. How are you?
Boy, that was hard. I apologize.
No worries, no worries. I know we lost quite a few people. I don't know what happened to the network connection, and we lost everyone. We lost Tafseer, we lost Mara. Mara was here. Okay, so now we are back in action. Let's see if we can see Tafseer as well.
I'm here already.
So
Can you hear me?
nobody
Yeah, I can see you.
You can see me. That's good. That's good.
Okay, I'm
Right,
here.
so let's see if we can see Tafseer. Tafseer's screen is still blacked out. Let me take
No,
him
he's there.
to the lobby. Okay.
I want one of those hijabs. That's beautiful, Mara.
So I still don't see Tafseer here.
Atif Ahmed Khan said a really good thing. He said hijab forces a man to look at a woman with respect rather than as an object. And I have to say that that has occurred for me, because like when I wear a hijab in America, like people like open doors for me. Like they're like not going to open a door. Like if I didn't have a hijab, I wouldn't get the same respect. You know, like I like go to the gas station and I have to open the door myself. But when they see me, I don't know if it's because I look more feminine, but like I've had people walking out to their car and then they turn around to go walk back to the door to open it for me. And I'm like, what is this? So I do agree that women are treated with more respect wearing hijab. Personal experience anyway.
Interesting.
Maybe I should try that too someday. What about that, Mara?
Well, I think men and women have. I think that's funny too. I do. I think men and women though have covered their heads for a long, long time. I don't think this is new. You know, this is not new. This is a very old cultural consciousness, and I think it's a beautiful gift to be able to return to having respect and really building this wisdom back, because it's your crown. You know, it's where God comes in. You know, it's kind of this heaven's force coming in from this beautiful gift of our lives, and I think that's why it was there. I think that's originally why we covered our heads, to protect spiritually.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. So, engineer,
I think that the comment that's up.
Pardon me?
I can't read his name, but the comment that's up, I don't necessarily fully agree with that. Like, I do feel like in certain cultures, it can make them feel more comfortable and protected. Where I live in America, I feel comfortable and protected in hijab, and I also feel comfortable and protected without hijab. I don't think that where I personally live, it affects me in the same way that it might affect someone in a culture where everybody's wearing hijab. Actually, what it does for me, like it brings more attention to me. Like people see someone in a hijab and then everyone's like, oh, you know, because it's not common, you know. So I think that's very dependent upon where you're located.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if it's a. I think if we can look at it from a deeper spiritual wisdom than a cultural wisdom, this is where I think culture could let down its guard in religious bias. I think religious bias is a very powerful thing. An image in America is a very powerful thing. And I think this is very important for people to understand that we are here for Hijab or Canada to really help with the humanity part of culture and wisdom. And I think this is where it can get lost, from seeing it from such a religious bias instead of from the heart of the human being. Yeah.
great, great, Lynn. I would ask Mr. Tafseer. Mr. Tafseer, what is the story behind Hijab O Canada? I mean, would you like to please explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, I would like to repeat the words of our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau that diversity is our strength. So when we discuss diversity, there are many people, like many culture, many religion in Canada, and most of them, like Muslims, even Hindus, Sikhs, they wear hijab. It's a part of their culture as well. And we have people over here from Syria, from Egypt, from Sudan. They are not Muslim, but they are Christian, but they do wear hijab because it's a part of their culture. So we are trying to bring all of them over here and give them more variety of hijabs, and it's a part of their, routine purchases, especially for the Eid, for the even like today was like Easter. The people were doing their purchases and doing lot of shoppings. So that's a shopping bazaar before Eid, or it's a before Ramadan. It's gonna be Eid over there. So we are creating a big bazaar for Eid, so people can come, they can do shopping for it, for themselves, for the ladies and for their kids, and there'll be accessories and some hinas. It's the part of the festival of Eid as well. So there'll be stalls, there will be booth where so many henna designers will be presenting their henna, and they will be putting offering ladies to get beautiful design on their hands and feet as well. So it's gonna be fun, and we are expecting like 5,000 to 8,000 people on the day of exhibition and on the fashion show, and the entry for the exhibition is free, and there is a lot of parking is also free, and there'll be Wi-Fi will be given to everyone. That's a big thing. And food stalls, it's going to be great fun over there. So that's the thing, that this show is offering a lot of fun for the people to come over there to buy things, buy hijab, see how people are presenting to wear hijab. They can see so many celebrities, and we are also inviting prime minister wives as a chief guest. Maybe our governor general, who used to be an astronaut, and now we have first lady governor general of Canada. We are inviting her as well. The premier of Ontario, Kathleen Wynne, is also being invited. So anyone can come and see them as well, to wearing hijab on the stage. So that's the thing. And people over here in Ottawa especially, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So people in Ottawa, they are really excited because we have people from all over the world, especially in Ottawa. We have people all around in Canada, but especially in Ottawa, we have embassies and high commissions of almost every country. So we're trying to bring all of them over here in this international event.
That's
Great.
so beautiful. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yay, Fazla,
So
it's nice to see you.
So apart from the henna, there will be some free makeup sessions. So there will be products and services which will be available for our sisters and our mothers to try on. There will be some makeup, free makeup sessions happening, and there will be some, discount coupons available. It's going to be a family fun day. So the exhibition starts from 10 in the morning, and it goes all the way until 6 p.m. on May the 12th. So guys, make that mark on your calendar. May the 12th in Ottawa Conference Center. That's
Okay.
the venue location. Ottawa Conference Center is the location where we are holding this Hijabo Canada exhibition, conference, and fashion show. The great thing about this event is that it is a family fun day. So bring in everyone who is in the family to enjoy the various kinds of food available from all over the world, and have a family fun packed day that day. In terms of the logistics, the exhibition, as Mr. Tafseer said, is going to be free of charge. So there is no entry fee. Just come on. There's ample parking available, free parking available. There is no fee to the parking. So just come in and join us. There will be a keynote also. So we are bringing in world-renowned scholars to talk about the hijab, as I said earlier. And we have kept a very nominal fee, which is affordable. And you will be able to hear these keynote speakers and the other speakers. Also, you will be able to see the hijab put on ceremony that will be happening to the chief guest. We have invited, as Mr. Tafseer said, we are expecting Miss Sophie, Honorable Sophie Trudeau, to be the chief guest of this show. And we intend to put on hijab for her, and we are looking for the vendor also who will be putting on the hijab. And after that, that hijab will be auctioned. So amongst the people who will be available in the keynote session, that hijab will be auctioned, and all the funds that we will receive from the auction will go to the Hospital of Sick Children here in Toronto. So that's the
Beautiful.
idea.
Beautiful. I'm so happy. I just love listening to this. I just think, there's definitely a real need for cultural awareness, and to make it open and beautiful like this is and really bring what you said, Tafsir, to the norm of humanity, that so many cultures wear hijab. So many cultures. I have so many friends, Sikh friends and Hindu. I remember the Hare Krishna originally in America. They all wore white, but they always wore a covering over their head. They always wore hijab. So what is the meaning of hijab? If I missed it, please forgive me if I came on late here. Can you say what it means? The word?
So yeah, go ahead, Tafsir bhai. You go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was saying the hijab is something to do with hiding. Hijab means the curtain. And curtain, the purpose of the curtain is to hide something, right? So
Okay.
so in the Islamic religion, women have to hide their hair basically, because that, if people see their hair, they get enticed, and they get more, they get the women get attention towards them, which in Islam, Islam doesn't really want men to get, attracted to the women just like that, just by seeing their hair or the forehead and things like that. So women cover their forehead and hiding their hair, so that people don't get really attracted to them. So
Oh,
that's the word hijab means, curtain, to hide something.
very interesting. Very interesting. Because in native tradition, hair is very, very sacred. So the men keep long hair in Native tradition, Native American tradition, because cutting your hair is a spiritual violence against. So this is a very interesting connection of like headdresses, maybe for traditional Native American people, right? Headdresses and yeah, this is interesting, very interesting, because hair has a very deep spiritual awareness also. So this is interesting, very interesting. This is
Cool.
good to know. I wanted to do more research. I apologize to the audience here. I'm just learning more and more. But I remember when Carla Reichman was starting, she runs the English show, and she was starting to share about National Hijab Day. And I didn't know if I should wear or not. I didn't want to be disrespectful to my Muslim brothers and sisters because I wasn't Muslim, you know, and so I didn't wear this year. And then, you know, Mara today taught me a little bit how to put on, right? And I just didn't want to be disrespectful to all of the culture and my friends. And so I'm still a little bit, I'm wearing this as a Christian woman of covering. And I think I could really do that. I could take that on. And I know one of the friends, I'm trying to think her name, she's been wearing hijab and she's American, but she's not Muslim. And I think this is maybe something I need to do from my culture to understand the richness of covering. I want to learn now. I want to understand what it feels like to cover my head. You know, I have, in order to feel, yeah, exactly. Mother Mary wore a hijab. Exactly. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Mother Mary wore hijab for sure. For sure. And I think if we continue to, you know, feel this feeling of what does it mean for women to cover their head? My mother, this is a very funny experience, and I shared this already a couple of weeks ago when I heard about when Tafseer and I were talking, and I want to help with this project. And, you know, it's March 12th for everybody in Canada, and my dad's from Canada. So I come from the roots of Canada. He was born in Canada. So Canada has a very special place in my heart. And so I feel very excited about this, but I'm feeling this really deep awareness that we are such in need of spiritual awareness now in our cultures, in our families, in our communities, in our development as a society, and our humanity. And what a humanitarian gift that you're giving culture. So I just wanted to share that. I just feel that's a really, I kind of lost my train here for a minute, but I feel very blessed that this is happening. I feel very excited. So thank you so much for putting this on.
Great.
So I want to share one good news with you, Dr. Ijaz and Lynn Chittick, that we have a great player of cricket, Shahid Khan Afridi in Pakistan, and he has a foundation, Shahid Khan Afridi Foundation. They are visiting Canada from 18 to 30th of April, and his chief executive, Mr. Zishan Afzal, he just texted me that he he is very interested in this project and he wants to see us during his visit, and they will definitely support us because they are NGO, non for profit organization. And I think he has listened Dr. Ijaz's word that we are sharing and we are donating some of the money, some of the fundraising of this event to Sick Kid Hospital. So they are definitely gonna combine with us and join with us their hands to promote this cause.
That's
Excellent.
great. That's really awesome. I'm super duper excited. Wow.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow.
Yay. This is what we need. We need people to join in. I've got the page up on my page on Facebook Live, or Facebook page. And, you know, please share it out to the viewers. We need support. We need a really good group of people to bring this forth, because this is where we need to go. I want to show you a picture right here of St. Catherine of this is my favorite picture. Look at this picture to the viewers.
Yeah.
This is Saint Catherine of Siena. I just looked at this. This is like so beautiful, right?
That's right. That's
Saint
right.
Catherine of Siena. Okay.
Yeah.
So where have we lost this? Oh, this is the funny thing I was going to say. My mother's hat boxes were up in the attic, and I always went and wanted these hats. I always wanted them as a child, and I wonder if this, it's just so funny because my mother always wore hats, always.
Yeah. That's right.
Muhammad is saying Presbyterians are supposedly covering their body more than average. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. I don't know if that's true, but Presbytery is a very. I'm becoming. Many of you may know, and many of you don't know. I'm becoming a Presbyterian minister, God willing, inshallah. And I think for me, I'm a second year student. I have a master's in theology, so I'm a public theologian. For me, theology has to come back to a humanity of, what is covering and what is not covering. And I just dropped off my daughter, and I wasn't happy with what she wore, and I was busy with all of you preparing, and I really want to go pick her up and say, no, we're going to come home and change. And she's 15, and I've done this before. I didn't go there today. I'm a little bit, I'm just coming back from a trip, but the girls are wearing less and less, and it's so disturbing to me. And it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. And I'm so sad about it. And it breaks my heart because the body is a sacred place.
That's right.
And it's sacred between you and your loved one. And the body has to be respected in a different way. And I think this is another area of how do we help the young people really understand this? How do we move them into a really cultural awareness of their physical form as a sacred place,
Yeah, I think they have to really, understand the myth where people say less is more, you know.
Where is that more coming from? Where is that more coming from? We were just talking about this.
This is not the body shop, Dr. Ejaz. This is not a body shop.
So maybe they are thinking less is more, right? So that's why they're putting on less, and they think that it is still more. So yeah, I definitely agree.
This is funny. This is so funny. That's a great comment. That's a great comment. I was just at this solar event, and I have to be honest, the company that I work with, there was a lot about this as far as less is more, like how we provide understanding of a spiritual value instead of a material value. Yeah. And I think the hijab, if I'm looking at this now from just talking in this short time, I feel like, what is our spiritual value as human beings, and where are we going to focus our time?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So for the folks who are viewing right now or view later, as Mr. Tafseer said, and I said that the entry into the exhibition is free for everyone. There is no age limit. There is no gender limitation or anything. Anybody can come. So our brothers in the family, please do not think that this is a women-only event. It's not. It's open to everyone. So please come join as a family. So bring in your entire family into the event. Now, as I said, the entry into the exhibition is free of cost. But if you want to hear the keynote and the other speakers, and you want to watch the chief guest being put on the hijab and the auction of that hijab going to be contributed towards the Sick Kid Hospital in Toronto and other charities, if we get enough amount, we will share it with other charities as well. There is a fee for that, so that we have kept the fee to minimum, which is $20. So for $20, you will be able to see the chief guest, and the other guests invited are Ikra Khalid, who is the member of parliament from Toronto here. We have invited the immigration minister, Mr. Ahmad Hassan, who will be coming. We haven't received the confirmation yet, but we are in the process of getting the confirmation. So there will be other dignitaries, as Mr. Tafseer mentioned, will be joining us. So please do come and buy the tickets for the keynote session. Now, after the keynote session, we have a gala lunch. So the gala lunch is $125 per seat. And if you buy a table of 10, we can put your name on that table. So a personalized tag will go on that table. And the table cost is $1,250 for 10. So it will be fully served lunch. So there will be different options available for you to choose from. And it will be all halal meat available over there. And it's going to be a great sit-in. So it's not going to be a buffet where people are, rushing and trying to get the food. The food is going to be served on your table. So you will be seated. There will be music being played during that session, things like that. Once you are done with the dessert and tea and coffee, you will go to the fashion show area. So there will be a fashion show. It will go on between 30 minutes to an hour long fashion show where models will walk over the stage and the ramp, and they will be showcasing different ways to put on the hijab. As well as we have the opportunities for other vendors who are selling their products. So we can put on the logos, different things on the dress, or if you can sponsor the dresses themselves as well. So these are the opportunities for the vendors themselves to come forward and really showcase their brand. So it's a brand promotion, it's marketing and caring about the community. And so this is what I want to say. $1,250 per table of 10, $125 per seat for the gala lunch and fashion show included. Fashion show will be free for those who buy the lunch, a gala lunch seat or the table, and there will be $20 Canadian for the keynote session.
Beautiful.
And lastly, there are special sponsorship packages for the big vendors, big brands, so they can come and they can visit our website and they can see all the packages are available, sponsorship packages, and they can choose. We will love to have them on board, and they'll be our good partner.
Excellent. Beautiful.
So we are coming to the end of our show. Would you like to add anything, Lynn? What would you like to say to our viewers?
Gosh, I'm just so grateful that you both did this. I'm so grateful. I feel much more aware from just having this conversation, just having the deep awareness. Remember that St. Catherine says, she said, if you are what you should be, you will set the whole world on fire. And I think this is, she wore the hijab. And I think we are a spiritual society. I think we are a spiritual people. I think instead of being Homo sapiens, we need to be Homo spiritus, spiritual people. And I think we have to honor all cultures, all people, all well-being. And I think it's such a wonderful thing you're doing. So thank you so much for the awareness. And I appreciate both of you for doing that for us.
Thank you so much. Mr. Tafseer, would you like to say anything about the show to the viewers? Final word?
Yes. Me and Dr. Ijaz are doing this event for the first time in Canada, and we are trying to create some awareness, some good business of this hijab industry in Canada, and we are trying to make this Hijab Canada an international brand. Maybe we may link this event with the International Hijab Day next February, and we'll be doing like 2 or 3 events, not only in Canada, but in different in US and Dubai and in Saudi Arabia and all other countries. And we can, create our partners and chapters of international chapter in all throughout the world. So maybe Lynn, you will be our chapter lead in US.
Exactly, the torch. Let's make it part of the torch as well. The torch event.
Okay. We can link all these things together.
Yes, 100%.
and it will create more harmony between different cultures
Thank you.
and religion.
Beautiful.
So just to end the show, folks, there are two organizations involved in this exhibition. The number one is Pegasus Consultancy, Inc., which is led by Mr. Tafseer Uddin in Ottawa, Canada. And there is another organization involved with them, is the InSync Production and Events, which is co-organizing the event, which is led by me, myself, your own Dr. Ijaz Qureshi from Toronto, Canada. And I really thank you so much for your time. And please come on May the 12th. So mark down your calendars. May the 12th from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. is the event. Please come. We need sponsors. We need sponsors for our food stalls. We need vendors to come on and bid for the hijab putting on ceremony for the chief guest. We will be selecting only one vendor out of the whole, whoever will request, because there could be only one vendor. And please come join for the cause. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, Lynn and Mr. Tafseer. We lost Mara. I think she had some internet problems, but thank you so much for joining us in this show. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all the viewers who have been with us from the beginning until now. Thank you so much. I'm really humbled. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Blessings.
Thank you. Blessings to everyone.
Thank you.